The Z Fold 6 is a terrific folding phone. It's likely the finest commercially accessible foldable Samsung has so far manufactured, and it rates among the top foldable phones from any company. But it's not flawless, and it's really quite a minor advance over the Z Fold 5. Considering that, especially in the face of great competition from the likes of Google and OnePlus, I'd want to see some substantial advancements with the Galaxy Z Fold 7. Below, I've identified the 5 things I'd most want to see. If Samsung gives them all, I may chuck my flat-screen phone and purchase in this reported folding monstrosity. 1. A 10x telephoto camera. One of the things that I find most disappointing in the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6 is its cameras. Not only are they virtually the same as the Z Fold 5s, but they lag significantly behind those of the Galaxy S25 Ultra. That's despite the Galaxy Z Fold 6 being a significantly more costly phone. As someone who uses their phone as their primary camera, I couldn't see myself getting a smartphone that doesn't feature a top-tier array of lenses and sensors. Thus, this is the greatest hurdle to me buying one of Samsung's foldables. There are various camera upgrades I'd like to see, and the simplest solution might just be for Samsung to equip the Galaxy Z Fold 6 with the same assortment of rear cameras as the Galaxy S25 Ultra, meaning a 200-megapixel main camera, a 50-megapixel ultra-wide, a 10-megapixel telephoto with 3x optical zoom, and a 50-megapixel telephoto with 5x optical zoom. I'd be roughly satisfied with that, but what I'd prefer see is a 10x zoom lens. This is something you'll find on certain older Samsung phones, and as a lover of zooming in on faraway vistas, it's something I miss. From what we've heard so far, the Galaxy Z Fold 7 may possibly inherit the Galaxy S25 Ultra's 200-megapixel primary camera, so that's a good start. But we haven't heard anything about the other lenses yet, and I wouldn't anticipate a 10x telephoto to be included. Still, I live in hope. 2. A lower price. One of the main hurdles to entry with foldables in general, and especially huge book-style ones like the Z Fold series, is their exorbitant costs, with the Galaxy Z Fold 6, for example, beginning at $1,899.99. This isn't totally shocking. After all, you're getting several displays and the pricey hardware that enables you to fold one of them. But it does make them a hard sell. So I'd love it if Samsung could find a way to make the Galaxy Z Fold 7 even a little bit more inexpensive, without sacrificing on the features. I've always thought that foldable phone pricing may fall down over time, as they increase in popularity, and the tech necessary to create them potentially gets more accessible. But for the most part, this hasn't occurred. I'm not confident that this will change with the Galaxy Z Fold 7, but I truly hope it does. At the absolute least, however, I hope there won't be a price hike. From what we've heard so far, it appears like the Galaxy Z Fold 7 may not cost any more than the Z Fold 6, but it surely won't be cheaper either. 3. Better dust resistance. If I'm going to be paying over $2,000 on a device, then I certainly want to be convinced that it can hold up to a small thing like dust. But with the Galaxy Z Fold 6, I don't have that trust. This phone has an IP48 classification, which implies that although it's relatively water resistant, it only has extremely little dust resistance, which is all the more worrying considering all the moving components. Of course, all those moving components undoubtedly also make it difficult to add dust resistance. And this isn't a problem that Samsung is alone in confronting, since other folding phones have even less dust resistance than the Galaxy Z Fold 6. Still, it would surely be nice to know that dust can't and won't interfere with the functioning of the phone. We have heard from leaker Setsuna Digital that the Galaxy Z Fold 7 might feature dust-proof and waterproof optimization, so it's not inconceivable that I'll achieve my dream here. 4. A bigger battery. The Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6 doesn't have bad battery life, but its 4,400 mAh battery doesn't have a particularly amazing capacity, especially considering how huge the primary display on this phone is. It's really a considerably smaller battery than you'll find in even smaller non-foldable phones like the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra. So I'd like to see Samsung find room to incorporate a bigger capacity battery in the Galaxy Z Fold 7. This might be challenging, since although this is expected to be a massive handset, the components necessary to make it fold also take up space. Still, there could be methods to boost the capacity without actually making the battery any larger, by, for example, improving the energy density. Sadly, Rumors so far indicate there will be no change to the capacity of the Galaxy Z Fold 7, however it could still last a little longer owing to efficiency improvements elsewhere. 5. 16 gigs of RAM. Finally, I'd love to see Samsung outfit the Galaxy Z Fold 7 with 16 gigs of RAM. That would be 4 gigs more than the Galaxy Z Fold 6, and that may seem like overkill, but RAM is crucial for many AI operations, so the more the Z Fold 7 has, the quicker it will possibly be at utilizing AI, especially when doing so on device. It also simply seems due a RAM increase, given every prior model, apart from the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold Special Edition, has featured 12 gigs of the material. Beefing the RAM up to 16 gigs would offer the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 7 one more chance to distinguish out from its predecessors. However, recent sources indicate we'll once again receive 12 gigs of RAM with the Galaxy Z Fold 7. So this is another increase that I'm not too hopeful we'll get. Next, the Galaxy Z Fold 7 is Samsung's future foldable flagship, slated to be introduced in the summer. The phone is already exhibiting its gorgeous face in leaks as we approach its debut. So far, reports indicate that the Galaxy Z Fold 7 could draw design elements from the Galaxy Z Fold Special Edition, a thinner, sleeker device with slightly bigger screens that's exclusively available in South Korea and China. If accurate, this design adjustment might come at a cost, the likely elimination of S Pen support. That's something many Samsung fans could find disappointing, particularly those who've grown to value the increased accuracy and adaptability the stylus gives. That said, there's still hope for stylus aficionados. Some sources say that not only will the Z Fold 7 continue to support the S Pen, but the accessory itself could be receiving a facelift. So even if the phone ends up thinner, Samsung may still find a way to retain the popular stylus experience intact, potentially with some additional additions along the way. The Galaxy Z Fold 7 is likely to arrive with a Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Elite CPU, however speculations have cast before some Exynos 2500-like shade over this dream. It's more probable the Fold may feature Qualcomm's processor, but we don't know yet if we'll see a regional split where certain models will come with Samsung's custom-made Exynos chip. Aside from possibly being a touch lighter and smaller, the Galaxy Z Fold 7's design isn't anticipated to alter much. One alleged enhancement is a less apparent display wrinkle. If true, that would be a pleasant update. As for cost, it's likely to equal its predecessor, but a price bump isn't fully off the table yet. Samsung has yearly Galaxy Unpacked presentations, when it normally reveals its foldable phones in the summer, perhaps around July or August. We'll likely see the similar trend in 2025. Last year's summer Galaxy Unpacked event took place on July 10, where Samsung launched the Galaxy Z Fold 6, so it's realistic to assume the Galaxy Z Fold 7 to be shown around the same time this year. Stay tuned, as we'll be keeping an eye out for any formal announcements. Some speculations claim to anticipate the same pricing approach as last year, while others hint to a probable price hike because the Z Fold Special Edition is one costly gadget, not that the regular Folds aren't. So far, it can go either way. Here's what we anticipate in terms of the probable Galaxy Z Fold 7 pricing. The enlargement of the cover screen is especially fascinating, since it's a feature many Z Fold users have been demanding for a long now. It implies that, finally, Z Fold 7 customers won't have to settle with a tiny screen when the phone is closed, but will enjoy a rather conventional smartphone experience from the cover screen. A new report claims the Galaxy Z Fold 7 may feature larger vapor chamber for cooling. So take this material with a grain of salt. Also, we've heard that the next Fold may offer dust and water resistant optimization. This seems especially intriguing given the Fold 6 doesn't have dust resistance at all. Meanwhile, speculations are inconsistent on whether or not the Galaxy Z Fold 7 will support the S Pen attachment. As you may know, the S Pen is sold separately and not contained inside the Fold's body. Rumors about the Z Fold 7 being a duplicate of the Galaxy Z Fold Special Edition have had us scared it may not support the attachment. However, more lately we've heard that the S Pen support may really continue, and on top of that, reports are also stating the attachment may be revamped. So that's all we know for now. We'll be sure to keep you updated as soon as we have more information. Thanks for watching.